before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that's something. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote the script. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 502. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Missy.
Hey! Scab Brian and Scab Jim are here. Welcome.
Huzzah.
Thanks for having us.
Woo!
Always a treat to be on episode 500. Congratulations.
The real one?
We're just going...
Is this the real 500 episode?
That's what I was told. Is that already passed?
Yes.
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
No.
It depends on what numerical system you're using.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm sorry. Is it number XCMXXII?
Oh, come on,
or
we're not
something?
naming Elon Musk's children here. Come on.
Aww.
I don't know my Roman numerals.
Hey, Jeff, we'll just renumber it like DC and Marvel does with their comics.
Well, yeah.
We
kind of did.
No, we didn't.
Our numbering was off from Apple's numbering, so we adjusted.
We did. And then Nerdly was off from that, so they just readjusted.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh.
So they promoted us, nerdly.co.uk. Good day, governor. They promoted us 2 weeks ago as the big 500th spectacular. So that I appreciate that.
oh, nerdly.
So hold on a second.
Congratulations.
I just didn't miss one 500th episode. I missed several.
Yes.
The month of 500 episodes.
You missed all of them.
Nerdly, we appreciate it, Nerdly. Nerdly went from episode 493 or 494 to 500 like in the overnight. So I appreciate it.
Wow.
Tell me more about this nerdly.
They're a great website for pop culture, not just in England and the UK, but also in the United States. Good day, Governor.
Yes, I am their number one journalist agent in the United States.
And why is that, Blake?
Because I'm their only podcaster.
They have other podcasts.
I say, Jason, didn't you write stuff for him or something?
I did, and then life happened, and then it just fell apart that I just don't have time to write much anymore. But I would like to get back to it one day.
And they're like, I'm sorry, Jason, just not one person has read a single article you've ever written. Nobody gives a flying fuck about Supergirl or whatever.
It was Stargirl.
Or Arrow.
Like, guys, I'd like to pitch an article. I want to do a weekly article. I compare every movie that exists to the movie Congo.
Is it the timeless question? Is it better or worse than the 1995 classic Congo?
So, for the most part, every movie is good.
Or actually what they said was they were tired of editing his American grammar and spelling so that people in the UK could read it and understand it.
I don't know exactly what a shark coochie is, but you keep saying it wrong.
What?
And you're missing lots of E's and I's where there should be several.
You don't add enough U's. Keep adding U's.
Yeah, just random U's in words like color and flavor,
humor,
and check.
favorite.
No, Phil's great with early. I think he gave me a lot of leeway too, because like I would grade these movies and TV shows with the grading system that we use for like kids in schools over here, and I don't think
In the
they use
imperial system. That's right. You needed to convert that to the
The
metric.
correct
Yes.
way.
That's right.
I did A's, B's, C's, D's, F's, and everything I looked at on their website was 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. Oh shit! Am I not doing this on a 5-point system? Damn it!
Just do a pass fail. That's how I would do it.
How does
That's the thumbs up, thumbs down, Siskel Ebert way of doing it.
don't they do a thumbs in the middle once in a while?
I don't think they ever
In
did.
the middle of what?
Well, never
If
mind.
it was in
3
the middle of
o'clock
your
or 9
head, you
o'clock.
know it.
That's right. And did it matter if it was pointed towards the 9 or the 3?
No. Well, and here's the thing. Cisco and Ebert's still a thing, or it was. Their website was still up.
So was Elvis, but
Nobody's saying Roger Ebert is still alive. Let's be real.
and then he came back like the Emperor in Rise of Skywalker. I'm back to talk about Fast X.
Ooh, I don't think he had a bottom jaw there at the
Did
end.
you guys see Florence Pugh's tits in Oppenheimer? Spectacular. Thumbs up. God, I
3
love
thumbs up.
That's more
Guys,
like
I think Oppenheimer might be Steve's movie of the
movie
year.
of the year.
Just for
Watch out,
Florence
Barbie
Pugh?
in Dune Part 2. You better have Florence Pugh's tits in Dune 2. The stakes have been risen.
Barbie was pretty darn good.
oh,
I don't
hello, we're going into this.
musical
Okay.
scenes or beach offs in Barbie.
I'll beach both of you off at the same time.
You can beach yourself off.
So, did you watch them back to back?
We
Of
did.
course.
We put the dog in daycare and we spent the whole day at the theater.
How many hours total?
It actually wasn't that bad. It was
Yeah,
what,
it was like 5.5, 6. They
Yeah.
were pretty much back to back.
we got home in time to podcast.
Yeah,
There you go.
because we're professionals.
Hashtag professionals.
Dedicated.
Yeah, Bart. I don't know if we want to talk about it or whatever, but
Have you
Save
any
for
of you
later.
Barbenheimered?
I haven't Barbenheimer. I would like to see both, yes, but life gets in my way.
yeah,
You
both
did-
are great for completely different reasons.
But they're both about white guys on horses who fucked around and found out.
Absolutely, yeah, similar endings.
Really similar endings.
Blake, did you say your life got into the way or your wife got in the way?
Life gets in the way.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. And if I don't do things properly, as a married husband, then the wife gets in the way.
I gotcha.
And by life, Blake means his long list of scheduled vacations.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a lot of things to do. I've been a lot of places to go, and like coming up, as we talked about nerlyu.uk, I'm going there to Gen Con this weekend. So yeah, I'm going on a mini vacation again.
Gen Con.
Yes, the Geneva Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, wow.
The world is perfectly fine right now. There's no reason for a Geneva Convention.
That's correct.
The world is not on fire. We're fine.
But we're talking about Geneva, Wisconsin, which relocated to Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yes.
No, babe. It's like it's like sports teams.
Oh,
Yes.
they traded with Geneva for like 2 first-round draft picks, and so
Exactly.
okay. Got it.
That's right. It's kind of like NFL franchises. It used to be the San Diego Chargers. Now it's the Los Angeles Chargers. So Gen Con
It used to
and
be the Chicago Bullets.
so Gen Con just relocated to Indianapolis, the crossroads of America.
That's the Indianapolis
believe
Bullets.
If you believe the interstate signs, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm actually very excited to go. I'll start off Thursday morning. I have a full schedule of games and seminars to go to, but I am, mostly psyched about Ed Greenwood is going to be there this year after several year absence.
Martin
And
Short's
so-
character?
Ed Greenwood is the creator of the Forgotten Realms and a big source of Dungeons and Dragons lore and, of course, product placement. So so I'm very excited. I grew up as a, 6th grader, started reading Forgotten Realms lore in old Dragon magazines, and eventually D&D made that their, one of their primary fantasy realms and worlds in which they based lots of their fiction in, and also a lot of their games and campaigns and rule books and etc. So I've always been a Ed Greenwood fan, and so I was just watching one of his YouTube videos where he goes through and he just starts talking about his favorite subjects of the Forgotten Realms, and one of his latest, Queen Fee, they announced that they're going to be at Gen Con. So I'm psyched. I'm stoked. I may have to abandon my Axis and Allies game, where I move 1 inch in 3 hours, to go.
That's what she said.
Ed. Yeah.
So how many Axis and Ally games do you have that you have scheduled this weekend?
Let's see. I squeezed in a couple in between all the D&D games I'm playing with my buddy and a number of seminars I'm going to as well. So, but the good thing is that I'm actually trying something new. I always try and play something new too. So this year I'm going to do Call of Cthulhu's, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do an RPG there.
Okay.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah. What?
Guys, I'm sorry, I blacked out. Were we still talking about nerdly.com or whatever? Or?
Yes.
Oh, but they were talking about.
We are talking about
Nerdly.
nerdly.uk.
You missed.
That explains why I blacked out.
And I'm going to go see, my buddy, Ben Riggs. I use the term buddy loosely. He may call me stalker. But, I did interview him a couple years back in 2019 before
you
2020. When he was writing his book, Slaying the Dragon, A Secret History of Dungeons and Dragons. And so he has since then been able to release it, and he's going to be there, and he's going to be talking more about the downfall at TSR. So hardcore gamers want to know, what happened in D&D and why it fell into obscurity and how it came back. He's got a great book, and so I'm hoping I'm going to see Ed and Ben together, and at that point in time, I'll just have to excuse myself.
So Ben Riggs,
Michelle Rodriguez going to be there?
And Michelle Rodriguez.
Ben Riggs, if you would like to have that interview with Blake, is episode 319, if anybody's interested.
Yeah, way before 500.
Yes. Well, we think.
500.1, 500.2,
yes.
500.3.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I really need to follow up. We had a good conversation outside of the interview, too. And so, maybe I'll talk to him this year when I see him. And of course, I'll take my book so he can autograph it for me. And maybe we'll do a follow-up interview in the coming months when he's not so busy.
If anything, you should just take a picture of yourself and have him autograph it. Say, I can't find a picture of you. Can you just autograph my picture?
Well, I could just rip my shirt open and have him autograph my chest and then have Ed do the same.
I like it. And
Well,
get a
it's right
tattoo?
on his tattoo. Yeah.
That's right.
anything going on with you, Jeff?
No.
That's why you're the best color man in the business.
Although,
yes,
I will say,
Mhm.
I realized, for the past, month, we haven't been talking about what we do in the shadows.
Oh, we haven't. Steven,
Is that back? Oh,
have you seen it, Steve?
not the new season. If I guess it came out a couple weeks ago, but
Yeah,
no, we haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
We're
I'm
up
sure
to
it's
date on the
fantastic,
seasons before that, though.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 4 episodes this season. I'm through 3 of the episodes. I did not see the latest one, the 4th one yet, but that's okay. We can talk about it. Blake, are you caught up?
I was getting more Ed Greenwood information for everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Friday at 6 p.m. I'm sorry. Which series are we talking about?
What we do in the shadows.
I have them DVR'd. I need to watch them. I was working on finishing my The Witcher series and reading the finished the 13th book in the Saxon stories, or else otherwise the Last Kingdom series. And so I'm watching Shrinking, doing that with the wife. And so I watch episodes during my lunch hour since I work from home. So I just finished The Witcher, and I'm going to move on to yes, I'm going to move on to it is probably tomorrow. I'll get the first one there.
Jeff, that might be the longest answer ever for saying, no, I'm not caught up yet.
Well, I wanted to get all my stuff in and then be quiet. And then there you go. So there you go.
So, Jeff, you and I have seen What We Do in the Shadows.
We have.
Bat. It doesn't change. Have you liked this season?
I have.
Okay.
I liked the revelations on what's going on with Guillermo.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Is that just like a skin thing back there? Yeah, that's it. Yes. The first episode when he's talking to the convenience store clerk, his buddy, and the security footage might be some of the funniest things I've seen.
The first episode was the best, I think, so far.
Is
Yes.
that one where they're opening in the mall, correct?
Yes.
That would be, I'm looking forward to that.
I feel like this season is good. I don't think it's hit its stride yet, though. And maybe because it's only 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's not as good as previous seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But, and wow, I guess you said you weren't caught up on the latest episode.
I did not see the latest episode.
It has some moments that are great, but overall, I think it's the weakest so far of the season.
Okay. I just finished the
How many episodes do they have for this season?
10 or 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not skimping out on 8 because this pisses me off.
We've been watching Murder, She Wrote.
8 episodes. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
What's that?
Sorry. I was saying we've been watching like Murder, She Wrote where they have like 25 episodes a season.
Yeah.
And there's always the like 6 or 8 in the middle. They're just kind of like, all right, they needed to fill out like 2 more months. And then we get back to, Angela Lansbury actually showing up to the episode and stuff like that.
I think we're through seasons where she's just like, I wrote a little story. Here's something that has nothing to do with me. Da, 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 da.
Or they do those flashback episodes. It's just filler.
Yep.
Oh, we just saw the one where the whole thing was a dream, and I was like, fuck.
I fell asleep at a dinner party.
Like earlier in the episode when she woke up, I'm like, oh, what if this is all just a Jacob's Ladder situation? And it kind of was. It was ridiculous, but.
Didn't Murder, She Wrote, isn't there some episodes that she's not even in anymore at the end?
Oh yeah, there's a whole chunk in seasons 5 and 6. She's not there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were trying to pitch, I don't know, other murder mystery shows. Like there's one, what's my favorite one? The ex-football player and a goat or some shit.
And a dog.
A dog, yeah, a dog.
Poodle.
That's right. That's right, it's a poodle.
Ex-football player turned private detective and a poodle. And then there's a ex-cat burglar turned insurance agent.
Hey.
And then there's the International Man of Mystery.
Austin Powers.
He's the Irish guy or whatever. Oh, Michael O'Malley or whatever the fuck his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
So it was pretty much just pilots of other shows they did and decided to repurpose them as episodes of Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, pretty much. They were like, this is like our pilot season. We're just going to do it through Murder, She Wrote so people will actually watch them. And then they're like, all right, these all suck. Bring back Angela Lansbury. And she's like, well, I'm pretty old. You'll have to double my pay. And so they did.
I believe we looked it up. She was doing a bunch of Disney voices right at that time.
She was doing like Beauty and the Beast or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a teacup.
Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme.
So that's your What We Do in the Shadows recap.
Yeah.
Without trying to spoil it for other people.
I will say I do like Colin. And I do this season. He's always one of my favorites. When him and is it Natasha? Is that her name?
Nadia.
Tatia.
Nadja. Nadja.
Nadja.
A small spoiler. She switches places with her doll. And and the spirit.
I like the doll.
The doll's like, I'm a virgin. And they're like, aren't you me? Well, yes, but when I died, I was a virgin. You've had lots of sex when you were a vampire, but not, so I want to have sex. So they switch bodies and basically they can't get anyone. So she goes to Colin and Colin's like, I'll be honest, I'm more attracted to the doll than you. That was her and Colin. That was pretty funny. Because she ends up doing like a speed dating thing.
The speed dating.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, I agree, Jeff. Like this season, like they just haven't like hit their mark consistently. It's still good. It's still enjoyable. But yeah, Laszlo is still my favorite. I love him. They did renew it for a season 6, just to let everybody know.
Oh, of course.
Woohoo!
That's good news.
But
Yeah.
real question.
Luckily, they don't need writers or actors.
That's
Okay,
right.
real question.
Because they got
Has the
vampires.
best character in the series come back yet? Jackie Daytona.
No, he is not. Jackie Daytona is not.
I don't know. Should I spoil it?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Jackie Daytona is just Laszlo playing a different character.
What?
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 Hold on.
No, they can't. They're not even the same guy.
So they're like twins
I-
or something? Or
I don't see it.
He's a human
I-
bartender.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
a very
how-
human
How can
bartender.
he be Laszlo?
He said he was a human
Laszlo's
bartender
a
so many
vampire.
times. Yeah, Laszlo's definitely a vampire.
I think you're lying, Jeff.
I think
Boo
Jeff
this
just wants
man!
attention.
Boo!
Boo.
I see Jeff was actually trying to make a joke, I think. And
What?
Yeah.
I guess my joke failed miserably.
Oh. Thanks for the spoilers.
Now that's funny.
Blake, you'll be proud.
I am?
You'll be proud of me.
Sure.
My oldest son and I finally finished the last 2 episodes of Mandalorian.
I'm so glad.
Season 1.
Let's just say we finished episode 6 like a month and a half ago. And neither of us have been feeling the greatest this week. So I was like, we should probably finish those, right? He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
because
just hang
Secret
out on the couch
Invasion
and
started. What's that,
Yeah.
Blake?
Yeah, hanging on the catch and watch.
Yeah. So we did. I will say the last 2 episodes were better than the first 6. I enjoyed the
Yeah.
last 2.
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
not only did Secret Invasion start, it
Yeah.
also ended.
I know it did.
Yeah, dude.
Now, granted, I'm not caught up with it. But
I'm 40 minutes.
I made it to episode 3, and I haven't seen it for several months, I guess now, or 2 months now, right?
It's only 6 weeks.
The last one came out like last week. Yeah, like I finished it, and well, maybe we'll get to our Twitter poll of the week and we can discuss it a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
We'll do
I
that.
may get around to finishing it, but I'm just not really motivated to do it.
We'll get to that right now. Twitter poll of the week or X poll of the week or what the whatever.
I'm always going to call it Twitter. There's nothing he can do. It looks stupid on my phone with the X logo right there.
It looks like I'm a
feel like-
Xavier University fan, Jeff.
Looks nothing like the Xavier X. Come on, you know better than that.
Well, that's true. That's true.
More like X body spray.
Ooh.
I think that's Axe body spray.
We're going to
Not
get a
anymore.
correction on that one.
I think it's called Twitter body spray. It doesn't matter. It's all branding.
Yeah, so X, Twitter, fucking whatever it is. Poll of the week. You can find us at Bad Ideas Podcast. You can also find us on Threads at Bad Ideas Podcast. But Threads won't let you do a poll yet. Let's see here. And I still don't
Damn
know.
it, Threads.
And I don't know how it works either. Like I do, but I don't.
As do they. Don't worry about it.
We got this thing. So put it up. But sir, we're not even just put it up. Let's see. Of the latest Marvel television series streaming, which is your favorite? We have Ms. Marvel, Secret Invasion, I Am Groot, and She-Hulk. In last place, I Am Groot at 9%. Those are animated shorts.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Have you seen them since I put it?
No, oh no, yeah, I binged all 4 series in the last 4 hours or whenever you sent this poll out. No, yeah.
Groot will take you literally 18 minutes.
Still not interested.
It's funny.
I watched the new Children of the Corn, and it was basically the same thing.
Oh, how was that?
Horrible, absolutely horrible.
What's it on?
The Blood Bank? No, I think it's on Peacock or something like that. If I remember right, but yeah, spoilers. The kids weren't bad for being kid actors and whatnot. They actually I had decent ones. But they show the creature, and it's Groot. Groot comes out of the cornfield, and for the whole third act, you're just like, this is the worst thing I've seen in a long, long time.
But is it baby Groot?
Oh no, it's full Devil Groot, I guess, Demon Groot. I don't know, whatever. But it's Groot. Like, I swear it's the same animation, just probably from the animated series here. I Am Groot or something. But
I Am Groot.
Well, that's baby Groot in the animated series, right?
Yes.
They're all baby Groots.
Yeah.
When he's cute and adorable.
I will say the I Am Groot series is cute. It's fun. My 7-year-old really likes it. And it's humorous. So that was.
What I want to know is the new Children of the Corn like better or worse than, was it Children of the Corn 7, the one with like Dweezil Zappa in it?
I haven't seen that one, though I do own it somewhere. I'll basically, the new one is from the writer-director of Ultraviolet. That was the last movie he made, the Mia Jovovich atrocity that came out on my birthday, and I was totally there opening day because I'm that person. But yeah, basically it's the first thing he's done since then, 17 years later or whatever.
Ultraviolet might be one of the worst films I've ever seen in theaters. Oh my god.
Children of the Corn is even worse.
Oh. Time out. In Children of the Corn, the originals, did they have a creature at the end?
Nope.
Okay.
It was more implied, and there was like fire and stuff coming out of the corn, and
it was definitely more of a is it in their heads or is it real? Like, it's more of a psychological twist, which I know works better. I feel like it works better. No, I know it works better.
Unreliable narrator.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's Groot. He's now starring Children of the Corn. Third place, Secret Invasion with 14% of the vote.
That seems about right.
My son and I got through 40 minutes of the first one, and then I had to stop because of the podcast tonight. From the first 40 minutes, I've enjoyed it enough.
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm 3 episodes in, so halfway through, and it's kind of slow moving. It's a slow burn, and I don't know if it's ever going to actually pick up.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't, but but it does end after 6 episodes.
Like, just predicting the way it's going, I'm like, okay, yeah, I think this is the series.
I think if you take out all the credits and stuff, it's basically 3.5 hours total. So it's like watching any other Marvel movie, but it's just, it's pretty slow. But it's also the adventures of a 78-year-old Sam Jackson going through and trying to find out about shape-shifting aliens and that have infiltrated every level of government around the world. And what can he do? How can he save us?
And how can you tell if they're real people or not?
Well, the very first scene in the very first episode, my oldest son was like, he's an alien. And right off the bat.
Yeah. Some of it's very predictable. I read a great article review basically talking about the series, and it was, all of my complaints and thoughts were in it spot on, and I meant to share it with you in our podcast. So I'd have a hard time going back and finding it again, but it's basically just a long list of reasons of why I watched 3 episodes, and then I'm like, I'll get around to it.
Yeah. One highlight, though, Olivia Colman's character was entertaining, but she pops up for like 5 minutes every other episode. So
she's a great torture chamber scene.
And she's from Broadchurch, right?
Yeah, lots of things.
She's from The Favorite.
She's from lots of things.
Or whatever.
Yeah. No. Is that with a U?
Yeah, it's with a U.
It is.
Oh, God. Fucking U's.
She's British.
Yeah, yes.
Are you going to tell Nerdly they got to drop their U's now?
No. Phil's too nice. I think Phil's Canadian anyways, to be honest.
They have U's too.
That's like UK light.
Yes. He moved to the UK though. Let's see here. And winning 45% to 32%, Ms. Marvel beat She-Hulk. Uh-oh. Got people in the basement. I don't understand how these girls' shows are better. She-Hulk was awful. Blah, blah, blah.
I can handle this one, Jason.
Go ahead, Steve.
Miss Marvel was actually kind of entertaining, even
Yes.
with kid actors and stuff like that. I'm only halfway through She-Hulk. I actually just started watching that after Secret Invasion stopped, and Disney Plus reminded me, have you seen this yet? Like, no, I haven't. I actually really like She-Hulk. It's a lot of fun. It is.
No, She-Hulk is good.
Very meta, easy on the eyes. I mean, it's already like 10 times more entertaining than Secret Invasion ever was. Yeah.
Well, Steve, when we get to the end, that last episode of She-Hulk, then we have to talk, because I think Jason, weren't you the one that hated that?
I hated the last episode.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like, until people got halfway through and they're like, "Well, good luck with the second half." I'm like, thank you.
Because I loved the last episode. I thought it was brilliant, and Jason hated it.
I liked
for pretty
She-Hulk.
much the same reasons.
Yeah, I liked She-Hulk up until that last episode. And then Ms. Marvel is probably one of the most fun, enjoyable shows that they've put out in a long time. I really enjoyed Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. Are you excited for the Marvels or whatever? Or are they going to push it back another year? I've been hearing.
I keep saying.
I think they already filmed it, right? It's done filming.
Well, they did. They're talking about doing it with Dune too, but then Barbie and Oppenheimer showed up, and now they're like, oh wait, maybe we don't need to push it back another year because
I guess they said,
guys, just pay your fucking writers.
I guess they said Dune 2 is an issue because it's taken up all the IMAX screens that Ms. Marvel was going to go on. So now they're thinking that Ms. Marvel, because of the promotion and all that stuff, they might actually push it back until May, I think they said, or February or May. So I hope not. It's supposed to be in November. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's fun. I loved Captain Marvel. I think, who's the actress that played her? Brie Larson?
Brie Larson.
I think she was fantastic. I'm not a big Brie Larson fan. What's that?
I said Brie Larson.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of hers, but she was phenomenal in it.
Yeah, and Fast X, she was okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I like Brie Larson.
Minutes,
I like Brie Larson and a lot of other things that I saw that she did.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought she was a little off in Ms. Marvel.
In Captain Marvel, you mean?
Or Captain Marvel, yeah.
Okay.
I'm so used to that character being Ms. Marvel.
I know.
Because that's who Carol Danvers was when I read the comic books.
Back in my day, how dare they have a black Captain America?
You're not could have seen this IMAX for a nickel. Yeah.
Just something seemed off to me, and I think it might have been somebody said something like she was directed to act a certain way that I think was counterintuitive to what I thought it should be. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So it could be a direction issue. With me.
Gotcha.
Well, who knows? Maybe she'll pull a Thor and be 10 times as entertaining in the sequels.
Woo!
Oh.
It could happen.
Well, depending on the sequel.
I did, while we were sick this weekend, we did catch up on a couple Marvel films because FX was just playing them all weekend. Fantastic Four from 2005. Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Like, my daughter.
You mean the 2015 one?
No.
Or the Jessica Alba one?
Are you talking the 2005, the 2007, or the 2015? Because nothing happened in any of them.
1994 is the best.
It is. It is. It's the most action-packed.
It sure is.
2005, my daughter watched it with me, and like we made it through up until the very end, and she's like, "I'm going to go do something else." And I was like, Dr. Doom's showing up. They're going to fight. She's like, just call me when he comes into the show. And so she leaves, and like 10 minutes later, I was like, Dr. Doom's here. They're fighting. She's comes down. She's like, that was it? I was like, yes, that was it. That was the fight. They froze him.
Dr. Doom isn't a physical character. So as he starts fighting, do it 2 minutes and then they're done.
Oh, I'm sorry. The mental prowess of Dr. Doom throughout that show was well done. Jeez.
Well, yeah, that was they really They haven't done Doctor Doom well in the movie yet.
I was watching Fantastic Four and I kept thinking, it looks like 4 kids that were grounded inside the Baxter building. Their parents wouldn't let them out. That's all they did. They just stayed in the fucking building. Oh my God.
They were kind of trying to get used to their powers. Jason.
It was awful.
It was an origin story.
Fuck that. Jeez. And then we did watch the original Iron Man. That's still good. Still one of my favorites. And then trying to think what else. I think we watched something else. Oh, the Avengers. Jeff, I think the more I watch the original Avengers, I think the more I agree with you that might be one of my favorite Marvel films.
Okay.
I agree. So, Steve, Izzy, did you guys watch the new Transformers Rise of the Beast?
Nope. Nope.
No, we're not nerds.
It's on Peacock.
You're
I'm
not?
sure it is.
Not nerds.
We have plenty of other movies we haven't seen on Peacock. We still got to watch Miss Davis or whatever. That's a series we haven't seen. Poker Face yet.
We just watched the Ric Flair documentary.
Yeah, we got to watch Renfield again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
I want to see that
again. No,
you didn't see that, Blake? I thought you did. Renfield.
Not yet. I want to see it.
Blake, you should really go watch Transformers Rise of the Beast.
No.
It was a movie.
Better or worse than Transformers The Last Night?
Better.
I mean,
well, it's hard to get worse.
So even though it wasn't horrible, I would give it like a C-, but it was, I guess, the second best Transformers movie next to Bumblebee, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Like,
by the way, still haven't seen Bumblebee. I hear it's good.
Bumblebee's good. This one, sure. And then I'll spoil it because it's been out for a while. There's an after credits scene, and I was excited for this. They're crossing over with G.I. Joe next film.
Finally,
it's awesome.
Oh, it was it like The Rock, the River Retaliation, or Channing Tatum or something?
It was like a 75-year-old guy. That's a general. He's like, here's my card.
Bruce Willis?
Say Bruce Willis.
It was not Bruce Willis.
Or the original Joe.
Yeah. It was not. It was like this 60-year-old man, and he's like this pencil pusher, and he's like,
did he have a kung fu grip?
He did not have a kung fu grip. And they're like, if you want to join us, here's my card. I think you'll be great. And he turns like this little secret thing, and this building becomes like this underground, I don't know, headquarters.
It transforms?
It did. And the kid's like, I want it in. So yeah, it's G.I. Joe. So
you may know how to defeat each other, but knowing is only half the battle.
Thanks, barbecue.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Hey kids, don't ride your bikes over those electrical wires. Why, barbecue? Because you'll get shocked and you could die. Thanks, barbecue. Sorry. So I'm excited about that. G.I. Joe's back. Hopefully it doesn't suck.
Yeah, it'll suck.
Look, I don't care. I like both the G.I. Joe movies.
Stop it.
I mean, they're horrible pieces of trash, but
they're
I still
fun
enjoy
trash.
them.
No.
The second one has okay. The first one was complete and utter garbage.
How dare you? Dennis Quaid was in that one, and Joseph
it was terrible.
And Adewale
Okay.
Agbaje.
Yeah, you got great actors in it, but whoever wrote that didn't know what G.I. Joe was.
So what I'm hearing is you don't like Brendan Fraser.
Did he write that?
No. Nobody had a cameo for some reason.
He was Flint, wasn't he?
He showed up for like the one training thing and it had like one line.
I think he was supposed to be Flint. And then like he never showed up yet? Oh,
yeah.
No. Yeah, it wasn't Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Was he Dr. Mindbender or Cobra Commander?
Yes.
Cobra
Both.
Commander.
He was both?
Cobra Commander. That's right. I was trying to remember what his name was when he was, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. But yeah, he was Cobra Commander in the end.
And wasn't Duke in love with Baroness? Is that, or were they sister and brother?
God, I'm trying to.
What are you talking about?
Duke in the movie.
Duke and the Baroness had a connection, and I think were they former
Which one
lovers?
was Duke? That wasn't Channing Tatum, was it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's Channing Tatum.
Oh.
I think he was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were brother and sister. That's right. And then after Joseph Gordon-Levitt, guys, go check out G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra.
Yeah.
Don't check out G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra.
No.
The one thing I like to say was 2 years before the G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra came out, Team America: World Police had already spoofed the climax of that movie in the introduction of Team America.
It's okay, guys. We took care of it. It's okay. We got it.
Everything is bien.
Allah, Sherpa.
Hey, Blake, how you doing over there?
Yes. Doing great.
Would you please do some listener feedback for us? Do you have the papers?
Time for some bomb listener feedback.
Hold on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I didn't print out my
Oh, sorry.
my show notes here because I'm conserving trees.
Good job.
Sponsored by Women's World Cup. That's right, man.
Yeah.
Woo! We escaped with a 0-0 tie.
I don't think any games ended in a 0-0 tie.
Well, those games can end. We're in the end of the group phase, so any of those games can end in a 0-0 tie. But from now on, they got to play longer and kick the ball in the net.
What?
I
don't think any of them
for the next 90 minutes, it would end in a 0-0 tie.
What was their record?
Yeah. Oh.
1-0-2?
Well, yeah, 1-0-2. One win,
geez.
0 losses, 2 ties. Yeah, it's the worst showing in group play that they've had. So.
Oh no! Have other countries learned how to play soccer?
Yeah, it took them a couple
That was always our
decades.
advantage in the women's game.
That's right.
The other countries knew how to play; they just didn't let their women do it before.
Yeah.
Damn you,
It wasn't
Canada.
a
you
cultural
equal
thing.
rights.
Yeah.
You see what you've done to us.
Ah.
Guys, watch Barbie.
Come
I
on,
blame the
Barbie. Let's
WWE.
go,
Ever since WWE went to Saudi Arabia, look what happened.
Thanks.
Ever
Obama.
since the WNBA wanted equal pay.
Blake, is the women's team in the round of 16? Is that next?
Yeah, they're still finishing up all the other group plays, and the way it looks, it doesn't look good for the home girls because if things finish out as they are, we're second place in our group. We'll play the first place team in another group, and that will be Sweden, and Sweden is very good.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they're all models.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're all super
They're
Viking.
winning at life.
They got all that super Viking DNA. So they're in
Yeah,
trouble.
we're screwed. Damn it.
Mhm.
Damn it. How'd New Zealand do since it was in New Zealand?
They have that Valkyrie DNA. Yeah.
Valkyrie. Is New Zealand, did they do good?
They pulled off an upset and then they floundered a little bit. I think I'd have to go look. I haven't paid attention to their group, but they're on the edge. They're on the edge of getting in and moving on. But Australia, whooped up on Canada and moved on. So Australia is in. New Zealand probably be able to pull it out. Usually the host nations teams get that home field boost.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to remember that they're in winter down there. So you see people running around in long sleeves and gloves, and you're like, why aren't they hot?
It only knows 112 degrees here in Phoenix.
It's 112 degrees in Phoenix. And they're choking on dust. So what's going on down there?
Yeah, but their winter is still 60s for lows. I mean,
Yeah, everybody's allergic to the to the pitch, to the turf. So
Norway is 1-1.
They're
trying to cover up so when they land and skid, they don't get rashes.
No, I just looked up. It looks like New Zealand was 1-0, 0-1, and 0-0. So they're 1-1-1.
They scored one goal the whole series.
Yeah, but what
they only let up one goal the whole series?
That's correct. So they're broken even. So where are they at in total points compared to the group? And
they're tied with Norway. Norway's 1-1-1, but they scored 6 goals and only gave up 1.
Yeah, that's where goal differential comes into play. The more goals you score, the better. So that's why people are kind of disappointed in their showing against Vietnam. We had a women's team, which I was surprised. But they only scored 3 goals to none. And so the Netherlands, who they tied, went in there and they scored like 7 goals. And I think they scored almost all of them like very quickly. And that's why everybody's like, yeah, we're in trouble.
I did watch the Vietnam game. That goalie for Vietnam was incredible that game.
She saved a lot of goals in the U.S. match as well. I mean, you're right.
That's the U.S. game. The
U.S. game. She made a couple of mistakes, but for the most part, she did fairly decent.
At least 3 of them.
But I mean,
at least 3.
I mean, like U.S. should have had like 11 points, but that goalie was pretty freaking good.
Yeah, she rose to the occasion and played pretty well.
So is it the top 2 in each division?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the top 2 in each division, the division winners will get the second place winners of different groups, and I think they may have some wild cards where they'll bring in a third place or 2
wild card
to even things out. I think
France and Jamaica are in it so far. Jamaica still got some games. As of now, it looks like Netherlands and U.S. are in. England and Denmark.
Yeah, no surprises there.
Japan and Spain.
Japan ran their table, and they look very good, by the way.
Yeah, they're 3-0.
They blew out Spain, and Spain usually does a fairly decent showing.
Japan gets Norway.
Australia, Nigeria.
Nigeria has been a pleasant surprise.
Colombia's in.
England.
Yeah, that Group
Australia
H is
gets Denmark.
Yeah, Group H looks like it's the Group H and Group G are kind of like the last ones to play.
Yeah, England finished up today. Now they're the European champions, so they're coming in thinking they're going to win.
England thinks they're going to win everything.
Yeah,
back me up, right, Steve?
The Lion. I like the nicknames for some of these teams. Like the English are like the Lionesses, and the Australians are the Matildas. You know, I always found that interesting. Yeah.
Wait, what's the U.S.?
I don't know.
Recession.
The women's soccer team.
U.S. women's national team.
Oh, yeah, USWNT or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had, a good nickname for them, but unfortunately.
Real U.S.
U.S. women's, why don't we have equal pay?
Well, they did.
U.S. United.
Oh, yeah, they do now, don't they?
They get a larger percentage than the men do. But granted, in order to do that, they had to take a larger percentage of money, and the men had to take a smaller percentage of money, but in order to get the equal pay.
Gotcha.
And it comes down to goofy-ass FIFA, money generation, all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, our U.S. soccer, went and did it. So I think maybe other nations will follow or maybe they'll stay capitalistic. I don't know.
See, they took the money, the men's team, they knew they weren't making it to the round of 16. So they just we'll give that to the women's team who has a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, we'll take all the money that the men make and give it to the women.
Down the hall, people.
No, I'm serious. That's what they did.
Down the hall.
I'm not down the hall. I'm just stating facts.
All the money that the men make by losing in their first game.
That's right.
Exiting the tournament. More than winning the tournament.
The women get to winning
the
tournaments.
Women.
That's right.
Welcome to Soccer Talk, Stephen Izzy.
I was going to say, I hope that answers your question, Doug.
No. I did a very simplistic thing. You have to go read about it. It's interesting to read. It's interesting to read how they did it, though. Yeah.
What's that, Izzy?
Oh, I was asking. So Steve and my lesbian aunts actually got into it pretty hot and heated one Thanksgiving. Because Steve, what is your opinion of women's soccer?
It's not a sport.
What is your opinion of soccer?
It's not a sport.
It has nothing to do with the women. Soccer's not a sport.
I don't like women's soccer because.
Well, I want to know what your definition of
women are playing. It's because it's soccer.
Yeah, he's an equal opportunity hater. I mean, what was she upset about?
Guys, let's talk about golf.
I
just want to know what your definition of sport is.
Something I want to watch. I don't know.
Frisbee golf.
Look, is Dungeons and Dragons a sport?
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, yeah.
What is a sport? Esports.
Esports.
Esports aren't sports. I'll agree with that one.
Blake, what do you got for listener feedback?
So, anyways, Women's World Cup, yay! All right, you know,
Good luck,
for
everybody.
almost 500 episodes, I had to lead off with this guy.
Number one fan.
You know his name,
Can't give himself a nickname.
Eight pants.
formerly known as
Big D.
7.
Always
Sonny
Delivers
D.
Thrice.
Chili Billy.
Postman.
That's right. Or
Dad.
for Brian, he's dad.
Anyways,
Anyways, Big D had a birthday this week, didn't he?
He did. He's 62 years young, or
All right.
Less than that, maybe.
We'll dedicate
Or
this week's
less.
We'll dedicate this week's listener feedback to our number one fan, Doug.
oh, happy
How's that?
birthday, Doug.
Happy birthday.
So we'll go right on to Brett of Home Video Hustle.
What's Brent's
How
got to
many
say?
Oh, wait. Allison Mack of the famous cult NXIVM. Actually, I did a deep read on that. It's weird. But anyways, cult was recently released from prison early. When can I expect her on the podcast, Jason? That's him, not me.
We're in negotiations. She's coming
For
on.
never?
We're in negotiations. Her and Tara Reid are a package deal. So once
I
we
was
get,
going to say, Scab Jeff can pull his weight. Let's go.
yeah. I think once Scab Jeff talks to Tara Reid, talks her down, and Tara Reid needs the publicity now.
Yeah.
Side boob or not. So I think we'll get her, and then we'll get Allison Mack. Is she coming on your show, Steven? Is he?
No, we're actually, I had to Google because I thought it was the same person. We're actually having Alex Mack on, the child detective from Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were bringing in the quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, the center?
He's a center there.
I'm getting the wrong Alex. And then,
Yes,
yeah,
not
Max.
Alex Smith.
Yeah,
Alex
he
Smith.
played for the Browns, too. How did I screw that up?
Brown said the same thing.
Jason, fix that in post.
Yes, I will. Yes.
Allison Mack, you know, if Scab Jeff gets Allison Mack and Tara Reid on, I will give him my Hobie floppy votes.
How
All
about
of them.
this?
Every category.
If he
I'll
gets
just say
them on,
Scab
will
Jeff.
you actually attend the Cincinnati Comic Expo September 22nd through the 24th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We'll get on it. What else we got?
All right. Really now, from Brent of Home Video Hustle. You know, we haven't seen Brent of Home Video Hustle down at that Comic Expo. Maybe we can get him down this year. How many Avengers films do you
He
think?
actually just moved to LA, so probably not.
Yeah, he's in California now. I don't think he's coming home.
Oh, so he's no longer in
Nothing
C-Bus.
prevents him from traveling.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
He could travel.
It's true. It's true.
He can come back home and then swing by.
Yeah.
How many Avengers films do you think will be out by the time you reach episode 1000? When he sees Avengers films, he's talking about MCU, correct?
Yes.
I assume so. Yeah.
Okay. Not the Avengers.
No, God, no. God, I hope
Just
not.
Avengers.
Yes.
Let's see, that's what, 9.5 years or whatever from now
Yeah.
at the rate you guys are going.
Yes.
I think Black Avengers will come out by then. You know, you get the characters from Wakanda, you get Nick Fury, Blade, Luke Cage. I don't know, throw in Meteor Man and Spawn, John Henry. I don't know, all the superheroes.
No Pootie Tang?
Pootie Tang,
Well,
yeah.
Episode 500, there were, 30 MCU films?
No, he just says Avengers.
Avengers. Yeah, so I think there'll be 3 more. There'll be Avengers, The
Oh.
Search for More Money, Lady Avengers, and then Black Avengers.
There you go.
Don't forget
Are they
that
going to have a Young Avengers?
they're doing
You
Young
don't know that
Avengers, Kang
Nobody
Dynasty.
Retired Avengers.
I'm so. It was Harrison Ford, Blake.
Well, as of right now, they've only got 2 scheduled. If the schedule doesn't change,
I'm going to say 1. Just 1. They're not even going to get the second one out.
I will say they will get the 2 Kang things they have planned done. And then, Young Avengers, I'm guessing, is going to end up being a television show.
Oh, great.
Probably
So I'll say
animated.
3 more Avenger movies by the
Okay.
1000.
Be a
Doug, write
quiz
this
show?
down. Write this down, Doug. What else we got?
From
Oh,
Where's my Meow God music?
It's on the other side. I can't reach it.
Damn it.
I am Brad.
Okay, Stephen Izzy, I need you to close your eyes, meditate.
Okay.
All right, but there's a wet dog nose in my lap.
Clear your brain.
That's just Steve.
Easier than you think.
Meow God at Meow God.
Meow, meow, meow.
When will we get Hobie to do a half-naked belly dancing music video?
Meow, meow, meow.
What song would you choose?
Meow, meow, meow.
I've been waiting for a long time.
Meow, meow, meow.
Exclamation point.
Meow, meow.
Episode 1002, we will do a belly dancing video.
Not we.
We'll have a lot of belly.
It does
Not
say
sure
Hobie,
about dancing.
Yeah, and the song you have to do it to is "Cherry Pie" by Warrant, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
the famous belly dancing song "Cherry Pie."
I am actually.
Wherever we're meant to be together.
First off, Jeff, I think we're ending at 1,000, aren't we?
I didn't think we were. Well, but I'm going to be dead by 1,000.
That's true. So
Was
what
that
do you
in
care?
contract?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
No, it's when you guys go into syndication. That's when the money rolls in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my song will be All the Single Ladies. All the single ladies. All the
there we
single ladies. All the single ladies. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. 37 writers.
I don't know. I tell you,
Does Megan sing that?
sexy dancing goes real good with the song Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Ooh.
Hell is for children.
How about Christmas shoes? Can we do the Christmas shoes?
No.
Papa, I need them for my mama. She's dying. I need my Christmas shoes.
Sexy belly dance. Sexy belly dance. Sexy belly dance.
That
Sexy belly
fucking
dance.
song. Ugh. I don't have enough money for my mama's shoes. Well, I guess you didn't plan right, did you, kid?
Having a belly dancing time.
It's not a bad choice there, Steve. You get a little castanets going with that. And
I think for Meow God, I'll put on like a little Dalai Lama robe.
Ooh.
And I'd probably have to do a Dalai Lama striptease.
How does that go?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. I
Okay.
have 500 episodes to go.
Okay.
I know for Meow God, we just have to introduce ourselves like it's fucking cats. It's within the cavities, giggly puss.
And we'll blur out your butthole.
With their jello.
There ain't no blurring out this butthole.
What version of cats? I mean, of the belly dance. The butthole version or the not?
Blur out your belly button.
I want the belly buttons. What else we got here, Blake? We got
From
your
Blake
significant
Bot
other.
at BlakeBot 19.
Oh.
President Joe Biden, for the first time ever, finally acknowledged his seventh grandchild, a 4-year-old girl fathered by his son Hunter with an Arkansas woman in 2018. Does the Hobie crew have any relatives they would like to acknowledge?
I don't think I have any relatives I would like to acknowledge. I would like to
you
not
don't
acknowledge.
any of your relatives, do you, Jay?
That's true. That is true.
What about Kevin, your cousin?
He writes in and listens, so I'll acknowledge him.
There you go.
There you
We'll
go,
acknowledge
Kevin. Kevin. Anybody for you, Jeff?
Formerly Cincy Explorer.
That's right. Would you like to acknowledge anyone, Jeff?
Formerly Cincy Explorer. What is he now?
Kevin.
I don't know. He changed his handle, but Jason didn't bother to change it. Whenever he writes in.
Yeah.
Formerly known.
See, I
as.
guess I could acknowledge my brother. He's out there.
Yeah.
He exists.
What's his name?
It could be about time.
His name is Jim. I think you might have met him once.
Has he been on the show?
It's been a long time. If he has, I can't remember.
If you would like to hear Jim's first episode, it was episode 75. There you go.
That's a good number.
Yeah. Blake, anybody you want to acknowledge?
I don't know yet. I got to figure it out.
Okay.
Remember when 75 was a milestone that we cared about? Wow, we did 75 of these.
We were so young and full of life back then.
We were young. I think we've always been bitter. Steve, is there anybody you want to acknowledge? Any family members?
The wisdom from 425 episodes later.
I'd like to shout out to my cats, Mr. Pickles, Cameron, and Bo.
Oh.
You guys are the best. You guys keep me going.
I'd like to acknowledge Sushi, sleeping right here next to me, being a good boy.
Good dog.
Okay.
I would
have
like to
other
tell my
pets
family
too,
that
right?
they can eat my dick and starve because I don't have one. Wait, what?
What?
You have other pets too, don't you? Have
Do you have rats
ferrets?
still?
Or some kind of rats?
So rats
rats
only
have
live
passed.
2.5 to 3 years. So all of the rattos have lived long, healthy lives and passed over the Rainbow Bridge.
Okay.
You sacrificed them to the cats, didn't you?
No,
I
my
wish.
cats can hunt for their own food.
Yeah, you don't have to lie. That's what happened to the rats.
Cats wouldn't know what to do with them.
Poe does. Pola tried to leave a mouse on your pillow before we caught her.
Oh, that's true. That's good. I'm assuming that one was already dead.
No, she's got 2 mice. Because we caught her with the one that had the visceral neck wound. She was flinging it around the
Oh, yeah.
downstairs kitchen,
That's right.
spraying blood everywhere.
Awesome.
Pet ownership, guys. 1 star.
My Australian Shepherd caught a baby bird trying to fly, and my neighbor came knocking on my door. She was in our backyard, or my dog was, when she caught it, and my neighbor next door came over and said, you might want to look in the backyard. The bird's mom's and dad is attacking your dog. I was like, oh crap, get in here.
Oh my gosh.
So she killed the baby, and then the mom and dad were not happy with that. So pet ownership, Steve.
Yep.
Although-
1 star. Would not recommend.
Sushi has made up for that. Sushi saved the life of a baby deer this week.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah.
How's
Good
that?
point.
So we have a wrought iron fence around our property.
Stay out.
And a baby deer apparently had gotten through it, but he couldn't get back. His hips got caught.
Mm-hmm.
So the way, so the fence wraps around and goes under our back deck.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a portion of the fence we never see. We never look at unless we're crawling under there. So the other morning we let Sushi out, and he didn't come back in. I was like, oh, okay, the weather must be nice. And then he kept not coming in and not coming in and not coming in. So I got suspicious. So I went out and he greeted me, and then he immediately ran under the deck, and then he ran out and then he ran under the deck, and I'm like, oh, what's under there? There's this baby deer. Sushi was cleaning his little butt, but he'd been under there a while. He had some road rash on his little hips where he'd been pulling against the fence, and he'd been there, a couple of hours at least. I heard Mama in the woods nearby. So I ran and got Steve, and we had to sort of reverse engineer him and shove him backwards through the fence and then pass him over the fence
Had
to
to
give to Mama.
squeeze him like a bagpipe.
We did, and boy, deer can scream.
Yeah. Definitely didn't pee my pants.
I think I did. Guys, deer are covered in ticks, so definitely
Yeah.
use a towel when you handle them.
Oh.
Crawling with ticks.
For a minute there, I thought
and
you
lice.
said
They're filthy
pets.
creatures. But yeah, he after a little bit of a rest hopped up and went and joined Mom and his twin brother, and we actually saw him today out in the other side of the yard. But we would have never known he was under there. Deer are wildly quiet, especially like when they're in stress.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have known until we smelled his rotting corpse. So
Yep, so Sushi was a hero.
Sushi found a deer and cleaned his little butt for him.
That's right.
Well, good job, Sushi.
As the person who was working the back end when we were trying to get him to the fence, I appreciate it.
Also, fun fact, dogs love deer poop.
Well, it's mostly berries, right? Berries and grasses.
Grasses and browse.
But dogs don't like berries and grass.
The next Hobie snack challenge, it sounds like.
Oh, hello, Jeff Box.
Yeah, what is in the Hello Jeff box this week?
Apparently, it's berries and grasses.
Excellent fiber.
Well, by that I mean blueberry oatmeal.
Ah.
I've had worse. That could be fine.
Yeah.
Blake, wrap this sucker up here.
From Professor Number 1, Doctor Number 1, a man was arrested for having relations with a tree in a busy park in Wallace. Remind me again where Blake went on vacation.
That'd be Wales.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you call it.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Hey, does the Hobie crew have any relations that they would like to acknowledge?
Blake, you were in Alaska. Did you talk about that?
I think I did.
Oh,
I think I talked about
how was it?
It was great.
You could go back on episode 499 and he'll talk about it.
I give it an A on Jason's scale of grades.
An A for Alaska.
You can also
A for Alaska.
You can also go
That's
back
right.
on episode 497 and he'll talk about it as well.
496, 494, 492.
Yeah, now my last one, I went to the cold and went to the heat. It was the last one. I went to we were at Cocoa Beach in Orlando, and I went to the Big D Park and the Universal. And it was pretty cool when we were down there. SpaceX had a nighttime rocket launch, so I've never saw a rocket launch at night, so that was really cool.
Did you see fish? My nephew at Disney.
Plenty of them. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is that a relative you'd like to acknowledge?
Oh yeah, I like to acknowledge fish. Fish is good people.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about fish,
No.
not real
All right.
fish.
Fish is good people.
No, I didn't spot him. If it did, he'd be wearing a softball jersey.
That's
the
true.
only way I'd recognize him.
Did you like Star Wars Land?
It was good, but it was so damn hot that day,
Mhm.
and I wish they had more shade. But it was kind of cool, except for walking around and trying to figure out where you're at, like reading the signs. They all kind of sucked.
Well, you don't read binary like the droids. That's why.
Correct. That's part of the problem. So you always had to rely on your digital map on where you're at to look at, and was only there for one day, so we're very limited in what we could do and get there. So I did do the Millennium Falcon ride.
Awesome.
Didn't get a chance to do the Rise of the Resistance, but it was all right.
Were you which part of the what job did you have on Smuggler's Run?
I was the gunner.
Oh, okay.
So all I did was hit that damn button 1,000 times.
Yeah, I was the.
Really, all you do is hit a button. You don't sit in the little seat that moves all
Correct.
around and swings back
That was
and
very
forward.
disappointing. Yes.
Did the pilot tell you not to get cocky? Don't get cocky, kid.
No, but we activated Chewbacca mode.
Oh, how's that?
The secret Chewbacca mode that you do is you get Chewbacca with you on your ride and all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh.
But in order to do it, you have to ignore the directions that they give you, and you have to do the joystick up, down, left, right, and then don't press a button when they tell you, then hit another button when you're supposed to. And when you hear Chewbacca roar, you've activated
Up,
Chewbacca
up, down,
mode.
down, left, right, BA, start, stop.
Correct.
Okay.
We that was a fun ride. We did that one time. My daughter and I drove the first time, and my other kids were in the back. And my wife were doing the other things. But I was the one that put it into hyperspace. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was amazing.
It was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're kind of like in the Millennium Falcon pit. Everybody, all 6 chairs are there.
Yeah.
You got people on the left, people on the right, and people doing the tech stuff. Buttons will just light up on their board next to them, and they're like, all you got to do is hit those buttons, and it was kind of simplistic.
If you're
the four, as far as 4-dimensional rides go, Universal's got better rides. But like I said, I didn't get to do all of them in Star Wars and in the Hollywood. So, but it was kind of cool being there. Except it seemed like bigger attractions in Star Wars Land was just looking at shit and all the souvenirs trying to sell you shit. I mean, they probably had more. They had more souvenir stores there than they actually had, exhibits. But,
oh yeah,
it's crazy. But how, for Star Wars in that small area. But I guess the real action is the live action cosplay that they do. With Imperial leaders and stormtroopers and rebellion.
Did you get a lightsaber?
But it is cool. I mean, if you're there and you're a kid, I think that'd probably be more exciting to interact with stormtroopers and they were kind of funny, and moving around and getting people out of the way and stuff, playing acting. And I guess if you're a kid, it's more exciting. And as an adult, you're kind of like, yeah, that's cool. I guess it's all right. But I was really more
breaking my
overwhelmed by the damn heat. It was so damn hot. I'm like, man, being a stormtrooper today, they must really suck. Everybody doing costumes, cosplay stuff for Star Wars probably didn't enjoy it, and they probably didn't have the energy level that they would during the rest of the year because it was just so damn hot. And I was like, yeah.
I will say when we went in March, it was great because it was like 70 degrees. We were able. It wasn't bad at all. No humidity. I really enjoyed Galaxy's Edge. Like my oldest son and I loved that place.
There's 2 hours to get through an exhibit or for a ride or exhibit. It's just way too long.
Yeah.
And then I complained to you about the lightning lane stuff. That's bullshit. Yeah. I'd never pay the extra money for that ever again.
Rise of the Resistance said it was 180 minutes, and my son really wanted to go through it, and I did too because everyone kept saying it was worth it. And it said 180 minutes, and we were in and out in 65. So that was nice.
That's good.
And then Smuggler's Run, I think that was an 80-minute wait. That was an actual true long wait for us.
We actually lightning laned that.
Yeah.
And even with the lightning lane that worked, it was okay.
Yeah.
You still 45 minutes, 30 minutes, Yeah.
And do you think Universal has better rides because Disney has attractions?
Yes. I would say the 4-dimension rides at Universal are definitely a step above the Disney and the Disney attractions because that's what I enjoy. And, for me, that's what I prefer. And, and I think the Fast Pass lane for Universal works better than the Lightning lane at Disney because the Lightning lane would only give you a certain time to go.
Yeah.
You couldn't just walk in and get through the Fast Pass lines like you could in Universal. The example I gave you is for the Hollywood, the Aerosmith roller coaster ride where it has, Aerosmith from 25 years ago.
Yes.
It's just they don't look like this now. That there was lighting lane in an hour and 45 minutes and the actual wait was almost an hour and 45 minutes. That was stupid. But then you got to go somewhere and run back, the 4-dimensional rides, especially with the Harry Potter, rides, I think they're really good.
Harry Potter.
Well, it sounds like to me is you weren't planning it properly.
Well, the problem is
the
problem is with the
weather
lightning
when you're going to have relations with a tree.
Yeah, when you got a jet set around the world, exactly. But the problem with the lighting lanes is you can't pick a time to go. They only give you a window to go, and if you don't have that window available, or you got to do something else, you can't use it, and you can't overlap lightning lane times because the app won't let you.
Correct. And you only can do one at a time.
Yeah. And they usually give you an hour window. So you're right. You got to be smart and plan it out probably at 12:01 a.m. that day on your app or your Disney Genie, to the park maybe. I don't know. Big D's probably got it all figured out and can explain it to you. But for the one day, I was like, yeah, I know. My expectations were also limited because I'm like, I know it's one day. But, when they advertise, lightning lane, spend extra money and go for it, I'm going to say, okay. And then you put it in, it's only between this time and this time for this. Oh, what about only between this time and this time for that one? And you're like, that kind of sucks. So you're driven by the schedule that they force upon you, and you got to kind of adjust to that. Whereas Universal, you can do what you want, especially if you got Fast Pass. You can just hop in the Fast Pass lane.
Whatever I do what I want.
Yeah, it sounds like if you want freedom, you got to take yourself to Gator World.
Yeah, well, I did do Gator and golf, of course. Fed,
so what I'm
little baby gators,
ditch Disney,
little putt-putt balls.
And go to Knott's Berry Farm.
There's not one in Orlando, though.
That's right. It's true.
Yeah, go see a Magic game. No one else is watching them.
Right. But
what I have to say about that is, Jason.
Yeah.
I think we need to write the instructions for the Tree app. We need to have that transferred in Welsh.
Okay.
Because someone was doing it wrong.
Yes. Tree app is to hide your porn that you used to hide in the woods. It's not to actually do trees. Don't do that.
So I think we might need to transfer it.
Yes.
The instructions into Welsh.
Yes, that's a good call. We'll get on that. Phil, start working on that.
Now, Jeff, that's a good joke.
Jeff, give me some News of the Geek music.
Da-dum, da-dum, dum, dum. There's News of the Geek. It's coming to you. Jason's going to read all the stories, and then we will fall asleep because News of the Geek is next.
And we'll mock his pronunciation.
Per comicbookmovie.com, where Steve and Izzy get all their news from. For a time, it looked like we might get a confirmed cast for Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four. Multiple scoopers, claimed Adam Driver had been
punk band.
had been tapped to take on the role of Mr. Fantastic, Margot Robbie playing Invisible Woman, whatever, Paul Mescal eyed for Human Torch, for Torch Boy, yeah, Torch Boy, and David
Diggs.
Thank you. Set to play the Thing. No official announcements were made, but that didn't stop people from saying it. Now
they're called scoopers for a reason.
Now with the strike, there's absolutely no indication we'll be getting any casting news in the coming months. Josh Friedman was tapped to rewrite the script shortly before the group hit the picket lines, and we now have a small casting update. Talking to John Rocha, he's a scooper, whatever. Scooper Jeff Snyder reveals that, quote, Adam Driver was never really engaged to a woman or to the show.
When it comes to playing Richard Richards.
Oh, there it is. When it comes to playing Reed Richards. In fact, it appears he passed on the role relatively early on. Why? According to Snyder, the Star Wars actor simply couldn't connect with the character on the page.
Like with A Tree in Wales.
That might explain the planned rewrite. Anyway, and there's always a chance Marvel Studios could try tempting Driver down the line. Doubt it.
Dump truck full of money.
The first thing they need to do is, if someone doesn't want the job, don't go after them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've already got your thing going. Yeah, you don't have to attract Adam Driver to make people want to see Fantastic Four.
Hey, you guys saw 65 in theaters, right? But it had Adam Driver, even in space, and something happens, and it didn't give him powers, but he was on a planet with dinosaurs.
Spoilers!
We watched it.
Spoilers!
Yeah, spoilers. It's called 65, and it says on the poster 65 million years ago.
Spoilers again!
Dinosaurs.
Supposedly Margot Robbie's out too, and Vanessa Kirby from Mission Impossible 17 is in.
Robbie.
Yeah. It's been 4 years since Fantastic Four was announced at Comic-Con, and while COVID slowed things down, it's beginning to feel like this project might be a little troubled. Lost original director John Watts. He was replaced by WandaVision's Matt Shakman, and clearly can't lock a cast down. It's set to be released, though, in February 2025. Can't wait.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Look, here's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Here's what they need to do. They need to get, since they've already got Matt Shakman, acclaimed director of Sunny in Philadelphia episodes.
Oh.
I think you know where I'm going with this, right?
Yep.
Danny DeVito is the Thing.
Yep.
The gang,
Charlie Day is the Human Torch.
The gang goes to the Forbidden Zone or whatever.
Yeah. And then you have Mac as Dr. Doom.
Yes.
Mac or Dennis?
Either that, or you get the lawyer to be Dr. Doom.
Oh shit! Yeah, there we go. Or Rickety Cricket.
Rickety Cricket.
You're welcome.
Boom.
I mean, Dennis is definitely the serial killer. Wouldn't he be better Dr. Doom?
Yes, I agree. Matt could be Reed Richards. I agree. Per comicbookmovie.com, where Blake gets all of his news from, we knew this was always likely to happen. It seems the success of the Barbie movie has resulted in steps being taken to fast-track a number of Mattel-based projects into production. Back in 2021, we got the word that a live-action Polly Pocket movie was in the works for Mattel and MGM, with Emily in Paris star Lily Collin talks to play the pint-sized lead, and Girls creator Lena Dunham on board as director.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds interesting. And Lena Dunham okay, never mind.
Wasn't she supposed to move to Canada?
A Polly Pocket movie doesn't sound interesting either.
Now Variety has confirmed the film is moving forward along with several other Mattel-based projects. Quote, first of all, they are two of my favorite ladies ever, says Mattel Films' Robbie Brenner. It's 9/29. Robbie Brenner of Collins and Dunham. Quote, it's been an amazing collaboration. Lena is so collaborative and rolls up her sleeves and really likes to roll around in notes and listen. What the fuck?
Is that a compliment?
Rolls up her sleeves and rolls around in notes.
I think Robbie Brenner was rolling on Molly when he was saying this.
She's incredible.
Who's Molly?
She's in the next one. Lily is so smart and so
his
specific.
sister Molly Pocket.
Molly Mocket?
That's the villain. Molly Pocket.
Yeah.
Lily is so smart and so specific. What? It's just been incredible collaborations. So we're thrilled about it. Hopefully we'll be making that at some point in the future.
She's so specific. She's like, so most people are just like, so you want me just to like walk anywhere in front of the camera and do whatever? Okay.
And she's like, I'm walking here. And Robbie's like, done.
Dude, that's so good.
Oh my God. She said she's going to do it and she did it.
Excuse me.
Lena, get up off the notebook.
Said the words that were written on the page.
Lena, stop rolling around the notebooks. Get over here.
And listen.
God, what the fuck? Polly Pocket will reportedly, quote, follow a young girl in a coming-of-age story and a pocket-sized woman who form a real friendship. But further details yet to be disclosed. In the cupboard. Polly hit the...
Yes!
It's a new generation's Indian in the cupboard.
Yes!
Polly hit the shelves over 30 years ago and proved massively popular as a micro-scale doll with various accessories. She went on to appear in her own Family Channel animated series in 2018, which is currently on Netflix. Yay.
Oh, so this is already done then. All right.
Yeah.
So now I got to watch Netflix's Polly Pocket. All right.
The list of Mattel...
Let's know how it is next week.
The list of Mattel properties currently in various stages of development include Uno. Oh, fuck. You got to be kidding me.
No, okay. Looking over this list.
Hold on, let's get there.
Uno and Magic 8 Ball could definitely be great horrors if you get the right people involved.
Reverse.
They've already done Ouija.
Reverse. Barney. Wishbone. What the fuck is Wishbone?
Not the dog or whatever?
The dog. Yeah. He's a Jack Russell Terrier who reads classic literature and helps his human who doesn't know that the dog is reenacting literature in his little doggy mind.
Oh, it's the Sherlock Holmes dog. Okay.
Yes, that's one of the episodes. It's Sherlock Holmes.
That's right.
What's the story?
Was that PBS?
Yes.
American Girl, which could be like another version of Megan.
Yes.
I think that's Annabelle, isn't it?
Ooh. Thomas the Tank Engine. Ugh. Rock'em Sock'em Robots and more.
We already had that. It was called Real Steel, and it was actually surprisingly fun.
But this one will not be. This will not be.
Yeah, this one will be as fun as the actual game.
And not as short, though. Is Mattel Films attempting to put together some kind of shared movie universe? I don't know. They're also building
Barbie plays Magic 8 Ball. Hijinks ensue.
They're also building a theme park in Glendale that opens next year. That has a roller coaster for Hot Wheels, Masters of the Universe, Grayskull Castle, actual walkthrough, a Barbie area. Yeah, they've actually constructed this.
Wait, you know what wasn't on the list though?
What's that?
Are they no longer doing that He-Man movie or whatever they were talking about?
Well, Netflix had 6 of them in the pipeline. They canceled all but 1. So don't worry. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't see any Hot Wheels movie either.
Oh, where's Tonka Truck?
It's called Fast X. It's a 3-parter. It's going to be great.
Jeff, we're going to skip the next one, but hit me with some box office news for July 28th and July 30th. Dun, 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 dun.
Box office bombs. We have The Haunted Mansion only made $24 million in its opening weekend, which is well below the expected $25 to $30 million it was predicted.
$1 to $6 million below. In fact,
it didn't make $1 billion.
The budget is $150 million and only made $9 million overseas. with only the UK, Japan, and Australia being the last big markets in which it has to open. Due to supernatural elements, China will not release it.
Damn you, Jared Padalecki.
Per the 411 Mania, Article 25 of the CCCP's Film Administration regulations state that films are not allowed to show contents that are propagating cults and superstition. There are a number of beliefs regarding why this is the case, but the only one that really matters is the fact that the government is trying to control everything.
Down the hall.
Oh, okay. One is that they promote beliefs in spiritualist religions, and the CCCP are not fans of. Another is that many Chinese folktales, evil ghosts are a metaphor for corrupt government officials, therefore ghost stories promoting dissidents. Zombies are similarly banned. Non-ghost related stuff can sometimes get through, but even then it's dicey.
What? Are you saying there might be piracy in China? Get the fuck out of here.
Everything from Suicide Squad because of the Enchantress, Zombieland, and World War Z to Ghostbusters, Crimson Peak, and more were not allowed to be imported into the country.
To be fair, the original Suicide Squad was not important because it just sucked. Not for the Enchantress.
Now, this reminded me that this whole China thing is, I remember there was somebody did a Kickstarter where they did it was a role-playing game, and they had it printed in Japan in nice, like, hardcover books. The whole thing was printed, and before it could be shipped out, the government came in and burned them all the books.
Jeez.
Because this role-playing game involved occult things.
Yeah. Burn those books. Burn those books.
You can't rent here anymore.
You notice the good guys are never the ones burning books?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Down the hall?
But he's right. What else you got, Jeff? Let's get some nice things going.
All right, the top 5 this week. The good news. Barbie, number 1, made $93 million more. Total of $351.5 million on a budget of $128 million.
Go,
nice.
Barbie.
Keep watching Barbie.
Let's
Come
go,
on, Barbie.
Coming
Let's go, Barbie.
Coming in at number 2, Oppenheimer made another $46 million, a total of $174 million on a $100 million budget.
Let's go,
Lawrence Pugh boobies.
Let's go, Heimer. Let's go, Heimer. Sorry.
Coming in at number 3, the disappointing Haunted Mansion made $24 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $150 million.
Same amount the original with Eddie Murphy made.
In its opening weekend or total?
Opening weekend.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy one was crap, so this one at least is better than crap.
I seem to remember that one was like a budget of like 40 or 50 million, though.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, their CGI wasn't that good.
$40 or $50, Steve.
Coming in at number 4, the movie no one wants you to see, Sound of Freedom, made $12.5 million, a total of $149 million on a budget of $14.5 million.
At this point, it's just the studio buying the seats, so the studio is just paying their own.
Jason.
Yes.
I hung out with my brother the other day for the first time in a couple of months. He was like, he and his wife were buying tickets to that night showing of Sound of Freedom, and that was about the time I realized, I should go home.
You didn't want to see it?
No. He was really excited about, though, because it's about how Oprah is... what do you say? Oprah is using the schools that she has in Africa to basically raise girls into sex trafficking, and only Jim Caviezel can save them or something. I think that was the plot of the movie.
I don't think that's even the plot of the movie, and I think your brother's just being extra racist for no reason.
I mean,
allegedly.
Did he think that was the plot of the movie? Or
next week? I don't know. It's about sex trafficking. Yes, that's what I understand, but. Yeah, apparently it's about sex trafficking, but it's about Jim Caviezel, just going and I don't know, saving the girls and then maybe shooting people. I don't know.
Am Rambo. Sorry.
No, Jim Caviezel is Jesus.
You know, if this gets me a Frequency sequel, I'm all for it. Let's go.
It's not going to get you a Frequency sequel.
Talk through time on a ham radio.
It's better than the mailbox.
Would you rather? Yeah, I was about to say that. Would you rather it be a magic mailbox?
No, what I want is for the studios to release Deja Vu, and then just see if anybody remembers watching it 15 years ago. Speaking of Jim Caviezel movies. Like, what? Denzel Washington? New Orleans?
I see what you did there.
Val Kilmer?
Wrap this up here, Jeff.
And rounding out the top 5, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 made another $10.7 million, a total of $139.5 million on a $290 million budget.
Ooh. So are they? Is there not going to be a part 2 because they didn't make their money?
Fuck you all. We're not making it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Mission Impossible usually does a lot of overseas.
Yeah, I think it's up
money,
to.
So
It's at 350, I think, overseas total. It's not as great as they think.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
yeah, that's still.
They make $1 billion.
They didn't make $1 billion. Upcoming August 4th of 2023, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant
I actually
Ninja
think
Turtles.
for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, this one looks better than most.
Getting great reviews. And I think it's at 97% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So,
Oh, wow.
my
Has
youngest.
anybody noticed that Ninja Turtles, much like My Little Ponies, are all just starting to look like cats?
I didn't, but now I guess I'm going to look at it.
They'll just kind of look like cats now.
No. With a butthole.
Maybe
or
you're
without.
right. You
No,
just got new glasses. So,
this is
Did you
something
know
I'm
that
saying. Like,
Hello Kitty
every
looks
design
like a
is
cat?
just starting to look like cats now. Everything is going to be cats.
Ooh.
babe, you're becoming a cat lady.
I already was a cat
Like
lady
you-
when you met me.
You evolved like in your DNA now. Like it's just corrupting your vision.
So the sequel is Teenage Mutant Ninja Cats. Got it. We're on it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Well, I remember in the 90s when we played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game, and you could be any animal you wanted to be that was a mutant.
It's called playing Ninja Turtles. You just put like a little bandana on and got a stick and said it was like a katana.
It's a bow staff.
Nope, I was a turkey.
A turkey. Ooh.
A turkey.
Watch out, everybody! It's the Gobbler.
Blah, 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 blah. It's also what they call Michael Jackson. Okay, what else you got?
Wow. I don't think
Wow,
that's
Michael
true at all.
Jackson, really?
What?
That's where we're-
What? Sorry.
Oh, that's all I have.
No. Make two.
That's all I have.
Big
I
to
have
the
nothing-
trench.
I have nothing else of import coming out next week.
Steve, I punched a shark.
That's right. Jason Statham reprising his role as Jonas Hamstat.
I'm punching a shark, and this time I'm punching an octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows what I'll punch next? I might just beach off all over the place.
There's a unicorn on the beach. I'm punching it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. I kicked a
No,
shark.
it's not.
It's gonna be awesome. I kicked a shark. Can't wait. Top 5 this week. Top 5 things Jason Statham punched. No, top 5 television shows you remember your parents watching when you were little. Your parents back then, kids, you didn't have as many TVs in the house. Or maybe you did.
Does it have to be when we were little?
Or no, that's what I did, but you don't have to. So, Jeff, you don't go first. Steve, Izzy, you guys did something different, right? You did not have a list?
What? I got a list.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, what the hell?
Sorry.
I'm a professional, damn it.
Sorry.
Hashtag professional.
Even when the list doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you read it, I still come up with a list.
It means, you remember your parents watching these shows. Shut up and do your number 5.
Yeah, number 5, obviously for this to be a thing, I would have to be in the room when my parents were watching it.
Yes.
Saturday mornings, I remember watching Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, the 1987 Canadian post-apocalyptic children's show. It's fantastic. It stars Sven-Ole Thorsen, who the month of September we're watching movies where he actually speaks in it. It's fantastic. And yeah, my dad would get home from work, like 6 a.m. or whatever when it was coming on, and watch it with us, and then immediately after go to bed.
Okay. Izzy, are you on this list, or you got anything?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
My number 5 is The Wonder Years. That is one of my earliest memories, is watching Fred Savage with my parents.
Okay. My number 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blake, I got 1 through 7. Give me a number.
7.
60 Minutes. Every Sunday, my dad would polish his shoes for work that week, and watch 60 Minutes. So I guess he was trying to make us educational. Jeff, number 5.
Number 5 for me, I remember my dad watching Hee Haw.
Oh, my grandparents watched that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hee Haw.
I just remembered that one, yeah. I used to watch that all the time over at my cousins' uncles, and they'd all get together and they watch Hee Haw.
So that is... My list is pretty much stuff that, I probably would never have watched if my parents didn't watch it, at least initially.
Yeah.
And Hee Haw is not something I would have watched on my own, but I remember Dad turning that on every, Saturday?
Yeah. Hillbilly Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Go to my uncle's. They'd jam, play a lot of, country music and bluegrass.
Yep.
And then watch Hee Haw. And I used to loathe that. As I got older, I look back now and I was like, I should have been more appreciative of their musical talents because, they played some really good stuff.
Blake, number 5?
Yeah. But to a 12-year-old Blake, I was like, oh, geez.
I felt the same way. Like, when my grandparents turned on, I was like, oh, why are we watching this? That and the Lawrence Welk Show. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That was my dad did not like country music. It's not like he watched it for the music.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents watched Red Skeleton and MASH.
Skeleton.
Red Skeleton, whatever.
It's like Red Skeleton, noted archenemy of Spider-Man.
Coming from Mattel.
That shows you that I was a kid
America,
and I just assumed, but yeah. My grandfather had a bunch of Red Skeleton on Betamax.
We got a couple DVDs upstairs.
Hey.
Blake, number 5.
Before I became a latchkey kid, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I remember watching all those damn soap operas all day.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
all
one.
of them.
None in particular stand out to you?
I mean, General Hospital, As the World Turns.
Another World. Another World.
Yeah, no, not Another World.
Number 4 for you, Blake?
Then, of course, we got the flip side. My dad, I remember he used to watch Barney Miller, and I never understood the humor until I actually watched some old reruns myself.
Oh,
yeah, this was actually pretty good.
I agree. Jeff, number 4.
Was a good one. I didn't think of that. Number 4, my dad liked to watch Silk Stockings.
I like to watch Silk Stockings.
Okay. I like that.
And it wasn't until I was making this list that I actually realized it's stalkings and not stockings.
Really?
Oh, damn.
Huh.
You just blew my mind.
Did not know that. Blake, give me a number. 1 through 6.
5.
NYPD Blue. My dad would watch that. My parents would watch that one. And it was right before I would go to bed. They were like, okay, time to go to bed. It's like, why were you watching? NYPD Blue is next. And then once I got older, I was watching. I was like, oh, God. When I was a kid, I was like, this is horrible. Oh, my God. Did I just see Sipowitz's ass? I'm going to bed. Get me out of here.
I think you're lying because they only showed Sipowitz's ass one time the second to last season.
Maybe it was
that's the only one he watched. He went to bed every other time.
He stayed up late specifically for Sipowitz's ass.
That's right. Izzy, number 4.
Number 4 was a PBS show called Sunday Morning.
Oh, yeah.
Came on every morning. Had a elderly gentleman.
Not just on Sundays.
And they would show peaceful videos of national parks and state parks and people doing good all around our great country.
That's a different one than I thought.
Your parents sound like a fucking blast.
You've met Nancy and Todd.
It's true.
Look, this was hangover medicine, okay?
Say Sunday morning. I know exactly what they were doing. Why are you drinking that V8?
Oh, no, they were straight up mimosas.
Bloody Marys is
but they don't drink tomato juice. It was mimosas.
Good for them.
Number 4, Steve.
Well, are you ready for some football? Monday night.
It's a good one.
Yeah, good old football.
Okay.
Monday night.
I'm not ready for football.
Number 3 for you, Steve.
I remember watching Quantum Leap with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember many of the episodes until they got in later seasons when it was like, oh yeah, stopping the JFK assassination and saving Marilyn Monroe and Martin Luther King and stuff like that. But yeah, we're probably gonna watch it when we're done with Murder, She Wrote.
That's definitely an honorable mention at our house.
Number 3, Izzy.
This one was Nancy, my mom's favorite show. It probably still is. Although I don't know, NCIS might be creeping up on its tail. Magnum PI.
Yeah.
The old one, right?
Oh, yeah. No. The new one doesn't exist.
There's only one, Jason.
Sorry.
All right, Thursday night lineups. That's my number 3. You hobied me. You have to pair it with Simon and Simon.
Simon and Simon. Mustache and mustache.
No, it didn't have. Simon and Simon didn't have Tom Selleck, so she turned off the TV.
Oh,
She
Man,
did watch
you missed
all
out.
of Blue Bloods just for Tom Selleck.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Blake,
No, and in fact, she was like, everybody else in this show is really bad, but I like Tom Selleck, so I'm going to keep watching it.
She wants a mustache ridge.
Probably like Quigley Down
I
Under
mean-
too.
who doesn't like Quigley Down Under? What a great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you
It's
kidding?
Tom Selleck and Alan Rickman.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
mate.
Quickly Down Under's amazing. Are you kidding?
Blake, give me a number.
I'm just glad he did that instead of Indiana Jones.
Best
3.
career choice. Best career.
Yeah.
It wasn't his choice.
3.
3. I don't know if that's the theme song. L.A. Law.
That's,
Oh,
I
that
thought you were
LA
the
Law theme
people's
song.
court.
Dun-dun-dun. L.A. Law.
LA, it's got laws.
My
I
parents.
honestly thought you were doing the people's court when you did
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking too.
My parents would watch that all the time with Corbin Burnson. So, number 3 for you, Jeff.
Number 3 for me, I hope he this.
Mm-hmm.
These were the shows my mother loved.
Okay.
And as Steve and Izzy have mentioned several times this episode, Murder, She Wrote,
Ah, yes.
along with reruns of Perry Mason.
Good old Perry Mason.
Mom loved Perry Mason.
Number 3 for you, Blake, was the Thursday night lineup, right?
Yeah, Thursday night Magnum PI was first, and then it was Simon and Simon. And
Gotcha.
my dad liked watching Simon and Simon too because Rick Simon was a crazy Vietnam vet, and he was like, "That's all those Vietnam vets are crazy," because he was a Vietnam vet himself. So
Gotcha. What's your number
Fun
2?
fact, my dad got out of Vietnam by committing a felony right before they shipped him out.
That is fun.
that's a TV show
If
right there.
If you're looking to get at being drafted,
Oh, he got drafted. He got into the Air Force. He qualified to be a pilot. He got his full pilot's training, and then was like, "I'm not going to fucking war." Felony. He stole gravestones and hid them in the officers' bunk.
Number 2 for you, Blake.
Number 2, I hated this as a kid because I was too young to understand it. Now it makes a lot of sense. All in the Family.
Oh, you've talked about how much you like that one. That's a good one. Number 2 for you, Jeff.
Number 2 for me, I also hobied this one.
Mm-hmm.
These were the sitcoms that I think as a family we would watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wouldn't have watched them at the time if it wasn't for my parents because they were more adult-y, but MASH and Taxi.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Oh, I forgot about Taxi.
right.
That's a good show.
I probably would have thrown Barney Miller in there too if I had thought about it, but I didn't.
And MASH too. I remember watching the finale as a kid because I always seen all the reruns, of course, after school. But I remember watching the original end, the very end. The MASH goodbye episode, the final episode. And I remember sighing. It wasn't sighing. It was so I would stop crying and be like, watching it like that, so I wouldn't cry. My mom thought I was sighing, and she yelled at me to get the fuck out of the room and go upstairs so she can finish watching the episode. And I remember going, I'm not trying to do it. She's like, get out of here. I'm like, oh.
Your mom's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Did you have the same reaction for After MASH?
No.
Oh, okay.
After MASH made me cry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blake, give me another number.
1.
That is Cheers. With Ted Danson. I remember that was a show that I remember watching. Well, obviously I was a little young, but like I remember my dad watching that whole series up until the finale. But yeah, good old Cheers. Sure, Norm.
There's an episode where Kelsey Grammer's wife, Lilith or whatever, or ex-wife, her favorite lab rat dies.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents were like, oh, you should watch this one because you love rats. And the whole thing is about how, like, she can't get over the death of this lab rat. She's carrying its corpse around in her purse, and she keeps pulling it out at the bar.
Yeah, you'll love that one.
Hey, Izzy.
Yeah.
Your mom sounds fucking cool.
Izzy, number 2 for you.
My number 2 is a 3-way tie because number 1 is definitely number 1.
It's called Hobie.
Okay.
It's Hobie. But it's a Hobie between MST3K.
Good one.
We watched a lot of MST3K. Unsolved Mysteries, specifically if it had to do with like aliens or ghosts or supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hated it at the time, and I kind of feel like I might still hate it. But my parents just fucking loved Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Fucking loved Seinfeld.
My dad liked that one at the end, yeah.
It was also about beer o'clock at night in our area, so I think that might have been why.
Gotcha. Steve, number 2?
Number 2, Married with Children. Good old Ed O'Neill and Kay Segal, Christine Applegate, whoever, but it was David Faustino. Ted McGinley. Marcy Darcy.
Just Marcy. It's fine.
It dropped off when Ted McGinley joined. Come on. David
How
Garrison.
dare you? Just because the
David
original husband's
Garrison
name was Steve.
Yeah.
What's your number?
Always a good time. And raunchy enough that, everyone in the family could be interested.
What's your number 1?
The Simpsons. I mean, basically from when I was, like 8 years old when it started. We, of course, recorded them on, VHS tape. So it was basically cartoons I was watching and stuff when I was like in my early teens. And
also my number 1. You never missed The Simpsons in our house, ever. Yep.
Up until about, 2000? 2001 maybe?
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys, there have been 20 plus years of Simpsons that I haven't seen. I still hold it in high regard.
Haven't seen.
And you still haven't missed much. Trust me, it's fine.
That's what I've been told. And I'm like, how? I watched 16 seasons of Supernatural for fuck's sake.
Because
even fans of the show didn't have the balls to do it.
Right? Oh, we have a friend who has the tattoos in the cookbook and hasn't seen the last 3 seasons. Refuses to watch them.
I sometimes think the writers of The Simpsons, like, don't actually understand The Simpsons.
Oh, it's because they're all young writers. They got rid of the old guys a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
Danny Gould's
the
trying to
newer
do his
ones,
own Fantastic Four reboot.
I think they forgot the how the humor was supposed to work, and they just throw in non sequiturs and think it's funny.
Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy. Yeah, all the good writers went to Futurama
or got their own talk show.
Exactly.
Odin. Blake, give me a number 2, 3, or 6.
3.
Wings. I don't want that as my number 1.
It's your number 1.
No,
I'm going to your own numbers, Jason.
I'm going to Hobie that with Newhart. The Bob Newhart when he goes up to Vermont and gets the bed and breakfast with Daryl. I remember him watching that. Wings, my parents used to watch after Cheers all the time. And that's when I was able to stay up late. And I was able to watch
just
it.
Hobie'd Wings and Cheers together.
I could have. Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is baseball.
Oh, your dad did love baseball.
He loved the baseball, and for like 150 times a year, we were watching baseball.
Baseball,
Ray. Baseball.
Blake, number one.
Number one, Saturday morning. My dad was still a kid at heart, despite being a good blue-collar worker, and we would watch Looney Tunes Saturday morning together.
Good. You can't watch those on HBO Max anymore, but, you know.
You mean just Max?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
You can't watch anything on HBO Max.
That's true.
Or HBO Go.
Steve and Izzy, before I get into the listener reviews, tell us where we can find you guys before we end the show and get into this part.
Oh, well, you can find us everywhere on all the major podcatchers under Everything I Learned from Movies, or hit us up directly on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon at EILF Movies. That's Everything I Learned from Movies. We're actually just starting off Nick August Cage with our 400th episode that I think just dropped today, or I guess yesterday.
Yep.
For Captain Corelli's Mandolin. And we also have one for Inconceivable coming up later this month, starring some people from Hobie.
What? Not as many as we would have liked.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there exactly.
Hey, simmer down, everyone.
Hey, the good people showed up, though, so yeah, it was fantastic.
Our true friends.
Fuck off.
You know, the ones who met us in person didn't keep getting COVID.
I met you in person. We were at the bar.
Was that you? You were so far away.
Anyways, we got listener feedback. Shut up.
Are you on social media at all?
Oh, I am. You can find me everywhere at Untidy Venus, like a goddess who's bad at housekeeping.
Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
He has golf from his dad. His dad also used to watch This Old House. I remember that.
My dad definitely did not watch that.
Mom and Dad both watched the Mandrell Sisters. Mom,
Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell Sisters.
I had no idea Randall Holt was 75 himself.
Mom also watched.
This is what his parents watch.
Mom also had Home Improvement. Magnum PI was both watched by his mom and dad. And honorable mentions were Hee Haw and, nobody said this, Love Boat.
My parents didn't watch Love Boat.
It's because my parents were out bowling.
Meeples and Wine. He said, my parents were huge into Falcon Crest. And everyone had to go to bed when it came on. We always thought it was super naughty, like Skinamax type stuff, but was massively disappointed when we were finally able to watch it. Pittsburgh Nerd. He had Hill Street Blues, MASH.
Oh yeah, Hill Street Blues.
Donahue. Oh God. Days of Our Lives and Real People.
Oh, Real People. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Let's see here.
Real People. Yeah, I used to watch that with the family.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just getting the next one. This is from our Facebook page. You can find us at History of Bad Ideas. Let's see here. We had from Niecy, Indiana's favorite nurse, Dallas, Little House on the Prairie, I Love Lucy, The Carol Burnett Show, and Saturday Night Live. From Jason Shively, we had Dallas, Murder, She Wrote, Golden Girls, Benson, and Matlock. Brian, Canadian of the Year, had Newlywed Game, Hee Haw, Love Boat, MASH, and Murder, She Wrote. There's Murder, She Wrote. And then the Dead Man and his wife both sent in lists. His wife had documentaries on World War II, The Love Boat, Golden Girls, Dallas, and Wheel of Fortune. And the Dit Man, you can find him and the Blake Man at 97.9. This Morning Zoo. Had Golden Girls, Empty Nest, Family Ties, Love Boat, and Hee Haw. So there you go. People seem to like this one a lot. So thanks everybody for writing in. Bad idea of the week, number 1,517, having relations with a tree. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't, Steve.
It's
don't.
Bad idea.
So you're saying the bad idea is to don't.
Correct. Titles for the show. I had Molly Pocket, The World Is Not on Fire, and A Human Bartender. I think that's all I had.
Human bartender.
Steve, has he got anything?
I remember Fish is Good People. Yeah, that's all I can think of offhand.
Jeff, you got anything?
Let's see. I had Dalai Lama striptease. I definitely didn't pee my pants. And beach off all over the place.
Nope.
Watch the Corman Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic.
Okay, well, with Molly Pocket, thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, Molly Pocket it is.
Steve, Izzy, thank you as always for coming over and showing up.
Thank you.
We got to make this a little bit more.
Not Dalai Lama striptease?
No. Get in your corner, Jeff. Get in your corner. But yes, we will be back next week. We'll be in studio next week. Steve and Izzy might be in studio with us too. That's the rumor.
There's no confirmation.
Somebody bought us plane tickets.
Boom.
They'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo September 22nd through 24th.
He's going to buy us plane tickets, but he's not going to let us through the security of his
Right of Boss Studios. Well, since
his exclusive neighborhood.
Well, since they always have COVID, maybe we don't want to go in there anyway.
I don't have COVID.
By the way, Jason, your prestigious neighborhood is in the movie Inconceivable. I can't believe you wouldn't come on to the episode and talk with us.
I know, right?
It is a gated community.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We know. I was pretty sure they was filmed at your house.
Right. I assumed that you have a pool house that you could let a mother and daughter stay at.
Like I would let anyone into my house.
Well, if they paid for your trip to Disneyland or something, I assume it'd be like, oh yeah, sure, you can film in a week, right?
I paid that with a good 6 mortgages. Okay, Steve, calm down. Those are
the
my
guest
mortgages.
house was bigger than our house.
Anyways,
this is the biggest house I've ever lived in.
Right.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for listening. Steve and Izzy, always a pleasure. And
thank you for having us.
Yeah. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Corman.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, ripping different TV sets. Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.